So you see, I hope, my IntelliJ. And we start as usually, like every tutorial should start with hello world, but with one small comment that we want to put it into sleep for a long time. What he doesn't like? Too large. Okay, we'll make it smaller. And interrupted exception. Let's run it. Why I wanted to show you this. Do you know how many threads are started when we start this application? I don't, and I propose that we find out. For this, we will use today JConsole. Here are our JVMs. Yeah, PID, main, connect. And we are here. So, our hello world application, which actually does nothing, yeah, only putting this to sleep, started actually very many threads. Those which start with RMI are responsible for RMI. I guess you know what's RMI, remote method invocation. Yes, so our JVM is ready to accept external connections via RMI and to respond to them somehow. And I assume that our JConsole is also using one of those connections. What else do we have? We have a special thread for GMX. We have notification thread, which is used for this wait notify mechanism for threads. I will now briefly go through all of them, and then we'll say what we are going to discuss today. Monitor control break. Yeah, so on Windows, yeah, control break means we need to stop. So there is a special thread which is listening to this combination to stop application. Common cleaner. Common cleaner is responsible for executing code which was introduced in Java 9 in cleaners. Attach listener. Yeah, so again, this is something that we can attach to JVM. I need to check that because I'm not sure. Is it for debugger or it is for some other attachers which can be attached to JVM? Signal dispatcher is responsible for accepting and distributing the signals which are coming for operating system. And main is our thread which we started. And today our main heroes are finalizer and reference handler. On these threads we will stop a little bit more in detail. Before we switch to them, I will show you a little bit about JVM, yeah, about JConsole. So this is overview. Yeah, that's heap memory usage. Was not very informative for me. Memory. Memory is very informative and I like it, and we can actually here we can select which type of memory we want to investigate, and we can have a look here. Yeah, so threads we already have seen. Classes, yeah, so it shows us the graph how many classes were loaded with class loaders. VM summary, and this is very useful. I would say that it's showing basically what kind of JVM we are running. It's showing which garbage collector we are using, VM arguments, and a lot of additional information about memory, space, classes, etc. And Beans didn't look at it yet. I don't know. So you can ask me what to do if we don't have, like if we have Linux or we have some remote server without GUI. Then we have different options. I will show you in a moment. First of all, we are now located in JDK bin directory. Yeah, so we can do this, and we see that all these different strange JDK tools are here, like JStack, Java C, Java here, yeah, like you know all that stuff. So if we run now this command JPS, it stands for JVM process state. Yeah, it will show us all JVMs which are running currently on my machine. Yeah, you see that there is like some remote Maven server, launcher, JPS, and our main and process ID is 3352. Yeah. Now there is another command which is called JCMD. J command. Yeah, easy to remember. Course, he needs P ID 3352. And this command will show us all available commands which we can give to this JVM. So we can command it, for example, some, I don't know, a lot of them I don't know yet, and this is something again interesting to investigate. What is important? Yeah, here we have here GC commands related to GC. Yeah, so we can ask to run it. We can we can start, stop, run Java flight recorder from here. Yeah, and for example, if we are interested to like, for example, let's try this one. You see, it's showing the same what JConsole was showing, but in text format. Yeah, and you have seen above there is a command thread dump to file. Yeah, so we can immediately put it somewhere in the file. So very, very, very useful command. Recommended. Also, the same thing with thread dump can be achieved with JStack. And of course, we again need JStack 3352. Oh, and we have again the same thread dump on the screen. Yeah, so we have seen several ways how we can take a thread dump, and at some moment we will look at them in more details, and we will see more like advanced tools how to analyze thread dumps. But today we want to stay on the topic of two threads, which I mentioned previously. I will run JConsole once again. Okay, connect and threads. Two interesting threads, finalizer and reference handler. Yeah, quite some time it took me to find like meaning of those two threads, but they gave me an interesting insight. Basically, when garbage collector is marking objects that they can be removed, yeah, so they are not reachable anymore, so they are marked as eligible for garbage collection. This reference handler is creating this garbage collector creates a linked list of references to objects which can be removed. This reference handler is taking this linked list and push it to appropriate queue. Yeah? And this queue is called finalizer queue, because you remember what is finalize method. Yeah, it's a method which is executed before the object is garbage collected. Now, this is basically the main reason why everyone says that never ever use finalizers. Let's have a look. I've created 3 classes. One is without finalizer, another class with fast finalizer. Yeah, so we just print out that it's finalized, and here we throttle it a little bit. Yeah, so we add 1 millisecond. It's millis. Yeah, so it's 1 millisecond only delay to in finalization. Now, why it's IntelliJ already and market is deprecated, because finalize method will be removed sooner or later. Yeah. Let's have a look how our classes will behave and how our memory will be behaving according to I will just now copy paste it and we'll quickly explain what it is here. So first thing which we do, we will create a new thread inside main, which will start creating the objects indefinitely without finalizer. Yeah, so and we will be printing out hash code. Very simple operation. It's indefinite. We will be stuck for a long time. Yeah, and we will see at how heap behaves. Yeah, so let's start it. Yeah, of course, we need to start a thread. So hash codes we see. Yeah, let's go now to JConsole. Let's go to our main and reconnect. Here we go. Here is our memory, and here we see heap memory usage. Yeah, so obviously we are like indefinitely creating the objects. Why I'm printing out the hash code? Yeah, if JVM is quite smart, and sometimes it is, it can see that it's never used and can just like remove the separation and not create the. I'm not sure that this optimization will work here or not, but anyhow we need to use this variable somehow, so we are doing this printing. And let's see what how a heap behaves. Yeah, so it grows significantly and it drops. Yeah, drops almost to like to zero. If we follow this graph for quite a long time, we will see that sometimes it's going even close to 0 MB. Yeah. And now let's see if we add another thread, how it will behave if we will run the empty objects with fast finalizer. Yeah, so we don't do delay, we just print out. Still, print out is quite expensive operation. Yeah, and we overloaded here, overridden finalize method. And this means that it will go already through this queue, reference handler and through finalizer. I'm stopping. You see, it's sometimes it falls almost to zero. Now, stop. We go to main, fast finalizer. Yes, start. Here we go. You see, we already go to values which were higher than the class without finalizer. Now, that's a tricky question. Yeah. Imagine you notice in production that your application started to consume heap. Yeah, and you start like the heap consumption is growing with time, and you see already the trend. Yeah, that it started to grow slower than in the beginning, but still it's going up. Yeah, and I will tell you honestly, I was doing this for quite a long time. It will go to like to maximum heap. Yeah, so it will continue grow like that indefinitely. Question: if in production you notice that the heap is growing, yeah, you will start to look for memory leaks. You will start to like, but there is no memory leak here. Yeah, right. It's just a slow finalizer method. Yeah. And now the last but not least, of course, if we throttle with 1 millisecond. Yeah, so the slow finalizer. And you see, yeah. So that's a tricky case when the heap is growing. You look at the heap and you don't understand why it's growing. Yeah, then analyzing heap dumps, of course, will show you most probably that this class is problematic, etc. But that's why, like now, if someone on interview will ask you why you should not use finalizers, you can answer a little bit more in details than you previously maybe answered. With that, guys, that's all demo which I wanted to demonstrate to you today. As I told, today is very late, and let's wait a moment. I will switch to this view. Yeah. So next week I will change the schedule a little bit. I'm not sure yet at which time and which day I will be doing this, but I'm planning to do at least one stream a week. If you're interested, please. I honestly, I will ask everyone. I see now like 6 people are watching me. I'm happy. Write me in private feedback. What I'm particularly interested in is quality of sound, quality of video. Was it okay? Was it like good, bad, whatever? Anything that can be improved. About the content also, I was trying for the first time, I was trying to make not something basic, but also not something like very, very complex. And I would really appreciate if you write me, like if you decide to like go to come to me sometimes to streams, what time is preferable for you? Yeah, I will collect. Maybe we'll try to adapt to this. Also, I will show you now one page. Give me 1 second. Everything we have now seen on the demo, I put on the blog here, and every comment, everything we were doing is here basically, with some graphics, etc., etc. Very beautiful. I mean, it's not that beautiful right now, but it will be with time. Yeah, as I told you, I'm in the very beginning of this path. Yeah, so my brother, thanks him, by the way, very much for patience, for his mentoring. He's a very experienced streamer, and he was showing me like basics. So the channel will improve, the blog also improve. So I will send you the link to this blog post as a reply for your feedback. So if you are interested in getting the textual version, please send me the feedback. And for today, this is it. Thank you very much. See you next time.